Page 59, Rise and Shine. At the top of the page, they give you the chords that we're using, the 1-4 and the 5-7 chord, the primary chords in the key of C. I discussed it in detail in the previous video. You can go watch that. So I don't want to repeat all that junk here again. Let's look this over. It's 4 lines long, treble and bass clef. We are in the key of C major. We're using only the white keys. There's no black keys involved here. Let's check it one hand at a time, make sure we understand what each hand is doing. In the right hand, you're starting thumb here, here. And at 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. You don't need that 4th finger. They give you a 4 there. You don't need that finger number. You need the finger number at the beginning. And that's it until you get to measure 7. So you don't read finger numbers, please. When you get to measure 7, we need to change hand positions. We're here and we need to be here. So we take advantage of the repeated notes to change hand positions. It's a 4, 3, and we're there. Now bring thumb down. And then for measure 13, it's 3. Well, on measure 12, the last note was a G. Measure 13, first note is a G. Again, it's a repeated note. We're just changing hand positions. And then scratch up a little bit, 4th finger. If you want to, try this. Measure 12, you're here. And 13, instead of 3, since you need to be in this position ultimately, just go there. So instead of 3, go 5. So it's here to here. You ought to be able to go from any finger to any finger. So why not just go there to the beginning? This way you're in position. I like that. However, it is good practice on measures 13 and 14 to do that. Here and scrunch up 4. We get this a lot in piano too. It's another way of moving around. We're crawling around here a little bit because we're here and we're crawling around. And here, scratch up. We're just crawling. Either way is fine. You try it one way one time and another way another. It's good practice. In the left hand, you got the chords. They're primary chords. I get the feeling they want you to write in the Roman numeral for the chord when you get there, because they give you an example of an I at the beginning. That's 1 chord. And measure 3, you get the 4 chord. And 1 chord, 4 chord, 1 chord. Bottom, you get a 1 chord and a 5-7 chord, and a 4 chord, and then a 1 chord. Isn't that delightful? If you understand the primary chords, see them, you just sight read that stuff. You don't have to worry about it. This lets you focus more on the right hand because the chords are under control. Well, if the chords are under control. Put the hands together, it's here. Now that left hand is tied for 2 measures. Get down to measure 9, you get accents. Play them a little louder. Staccato, accent, bounce off, boom. Whoa, let's look at this rhythm. Measures 13 and 14. Look out, because you got a 1, 2, and in the left hand you get 2 beats of rest. 1, 2, 3. It plays on beat 3. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. So look out on the rhythm. They'll trick you. Now, once you're sort of comfortable with the notes and the rhythms, you can think about the articulation. You get phrasing here at the beginning. The whole first line is a phrase, a musical sentence, a musical thought. You can lift up to go, like taking a breath. It's got to be a quick lift, depending on how brightly you're going. And then when you get to the end of the second line, it's the end of a phrase. To me, that's rather unmusical. I would tend to want to connect that. So I don't know that I'm comfortable with lifting up there, even though in the music technically you probably could. It's just in interpreting it, I would not want to do that. I want to connect second and third lines together. Yeah. And in the last line, they've got the slurs. Connect all that together. From measure 11, connect it all the way to the end. Yeah, connect it. It's all one thought. Connect it all. I speed it up quite a bit when I want to hear the phrases, because I can hear the phrases more easily if I play it a little quicker, the melody. And that's all I'm just playing there. Now, dynamics, well, they go to the melody. Mezzo forte is moderately loud. Whatever you think sort of loud is. These chords need to be soft. Then on measure 8, you get a crescendo to go up to loud. They give you the accents, but I disagree. I don't know about the accents because you're already loud. The accents would take it up to very loud on those half notes. It's really the right hand. The left hand can come up a little bit, but keep it under the right hand. That's interpretation. How loud you get there is up to you. And then the staccato on the measure 11. Here. And you're staying loud here. That last note in the left hand, well, the left hand's been playing softer. So I would keep that soft this. Don't play it as loud as you did the right hand. You can play it a little louder, but not quite as loud. But keep it down a little bit. Then speed, well, here's the Brightly thing. Again, a lot of times in music where they're supposed to tell you how fast to go, instead they tell you the mood of the piece. And from that, you're supposed to decide how fast you think it should go. That's interpretation. Brightly isn't a speed. It's whatever. Some people, well, it's allegro. No. If you were going to sing it, it's not super, you're not going to race through this, but it's a happy piece. And that's the mood. You want to just be happy. It's an order. Be happy now. And that's your Brightly. Gave you pedal there for measures 9 and 10. If you want to use pedal, go ahead. I would prefer not to. I'm not using pedal anywhere else. I just don't see, I mean, they're longer notes. You want to color them. That's fine. Push the pedal down. You can push the pedal down with the notes here because it's loud on measure 9. And lift the pedal right when you play the staccato note in measure 11. Because we want to hear that staccato. If you're going to pedal, I'm not going to show pedal because that's all they're doing. You can do that, I'm sure, on your own. You don't need to use pedal. You can just play them. It's up to you. Again, that's interpreting the music. You have to decide how you want to interpret it. Or if you have a teacher, they'll tell you how to interpret it while you study under them. And then somebody else might tell you different. Ultimately, it has to be your decision. Don't forget the natural accents. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Fill that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. If you have to, exaggerate it first, but feel the natural accent at the beginning of every measure. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's important. Let's play this together very slowly and double check all the notes and rhythms. Not going to do any dynamics. I'll do the staccatos and so forth, but that's it. I give us 4 counts. 1, 2, ready, go. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.